How can you fake an email address? Recently someone asked me whether an email she received was spam. It seemed to be from a well-known bank, Belfius.b, in Belgium. It stated that some information was outdated and that it needed revision. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind is that it is spam. Why? Loads of errors in language, bad sentences. The link that was provided was an evil link. It appeared as if it led to the website of Belfius, something like belfius.b/revision 1285. But when hovering over it, you could see that it actually referred to a completely other website. A domain even. Now, I immediately said don't you click on that link, but something made me wonder. The sender's email was no reply at belfius.b, and belfius.b is the official website of the bank. So, how can this be? How can they fake their email address?
Simple. By editing the "from" column header while sending the mail. This is known as email spoofing. The "from" header is easily editable if you're sending the mail via PHP or something, no fancy tricks required. What is not editable, though, is the IP address/domain name of the site from which it originated. If you check the plaintext email in Gmail, go to the menu next to the reply button, and show original message. The received column headers carries all the information about its path. The deeper down the received column header is, the further back in the email chain it is. Note that an email passing through multiple hops can have some of the deeper headers spoofed as well. You need to go downwards, seeing which headers, i.e. sites, you trust. Each header will say something like, received column from abc.com, IP address, buysomething.google.com, IP, assuming you have Gmail, otherwise the buy will be different. Now, this header was written by the buy part. Start at the top. The first few received column headers won't have a from/buy. Find the first one with those. Its buy will be belonging to your email provider, which you trust. See if you trust the "from", and if you do, go on to the next received column header, which you now trust, and so on. If you don't trust a header in between, all the ones below it cannot be trusted, those may have been spoofed. Gmail generally detects spoofing, though, and puts a abc@def.com via gi@jkl.com sort of hat note on the email. Note that there are perfectly legitimate uses of email spoofing. Many mailing lists spoof emails for a smoother experience. So do certain fora/message boards. Here, they send the email to make it look like it came from the original poster. The reply to column header is set to the list/webapp/whatever email it, so replying to it will by default go to the list/etc. The list can then deal with it as it sees fit. It can check for spam, maybe put on hold for moderation, etc. When it wants to send it, it will spoof your address and send it to everyone on the list, which is exactly what you wanted. To be able to have email-based discussions without using reply to all and keeping a list of contacts to copy-paste. What some legitimate spoofers do is that they set the sender column header to their own id. This is supposed to mean sent by sender on behalf of "from". Note that the presence of a sender column header doesn't mean anything when it comes to illegitimate spoofing. That header is spoofable as well. Like I said, the only way to check is via the received headers.
It's trivial to use a fake "from" address. The beginner's way is simply to edit the settings in your mail client and change default "from" address. Many service providers will send an email with a fake "from" field because the email server doesn't know what the real one is. The spammers use dedicated custom software and always use fake "from" addresses.
If you want to support the chain, please consider subscribing.